At the invitation of Chairman of the State Great Hural of Mongolia, Mr. Dzandan Shatarkomchev, Speaker of the Jogorko Kenesh, of the Parliament of the Kyrgyz Republic, Mr. Nurlanbek Shakiev, is paying an official visit to Mongolia on April 23rd to 25th, 2024. Deputy Chairman of the State Great Hural, Munkpatr Lavga, Member of the Parliament and Chairperson of the Mongolia-Kyrgyzstan Interparliamentary Group in the State Great Hural of Mongolia, Beysan Bulan, and other officials greeted Speaker of the Parliament of the Kyrgyz Republic, Mr. Nurlanbek Shakiev, and the Kyrgyz delegation. An official welcoming ceremony was held at Sukhpatr Square on April 23, 2024. The two Speakers of Parliament paid tribute to the statue of the great Emperor Chinggis Khan, and Speaker of the Jogorko Kenesh of the Kyrgyz Republic, Nurlanbek Shakiev, signed the Book of Honored Guests at the Baghnat Hall of the State Palace of Mongolia. On April 23, 2024, Chairman of the State Great Hural of Mongolia, Mr. Dzandan Shatarkomchev, and Speaker of the Jogorko Kenesh of the Kyrgyz Republic, Mr. Nurlanbek Shakiev, held official talks at the State Palace of Mongolia. At the onset of the official talks, Chairman Dzandan Shatar welcomed the Kyrgyz delegation headed by Speaker Nurlanbek Shakiev to Mongolia and emphasized the high importance the Parliament of Mongolia attaches to this first-ever visit of the Speaker of the Jogorko Kenesh to Mongolia. Mr. Dzandan Shatar noted that the increased frequency of high and the highest-level visits between Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan led to a five-fold increase in trade turnover between the two countries, and Mongolian private companies are actively expanding their operations in the Kyrgyz market. The Speaker of the Parliament of Mongolia expressed confidence that this official visit would serve as a strong impetus to strengthening relations between the parliaments of the two countries and deepen relations and cooperation between Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan. Mongolia places high importance on consolidating mutually beneficial trade and economic cooperation with the Kyrgyz Republic, a key partner of Mongolia in Central Asia. As landlocked developing countries in Central Asia, the two countries have ample opportunities to exchange development experiences and develop multilateral cooperation in the future, stressed Speaker Dzandan Shatar. During the official visit of the Chairman of the State Great Hural of Mongolia, Dzandan Shatarkomchev, to the Kyrgyz Republic in February 2024, the two Speakers of Parliament signed a memorandum of cooperation on establishing a permanent interparliamentary consultation mechanism. The two sides concurred that this memorandum was of high significance in enhancing traditionally friendly relations between the two countries. Specifically, the visit laid the foundation for enriching relations and cooperation between Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan in banking, insurance, and mineral sector, including gold refinery. The two speakers underscored the intensification of relations and cooperation between the two countries, increased political dialogue, reciprocation of visits, and closer ties between the legislative bodies in recent years. They affirmed commitment to closely cooperate in translating into reality the ideas discussed during high and the highest level visits. Speaker Nurlanbek Shakiev expressed satisfaction with the meeting with Speaker Dzandan Shatar once again and pledged his all-around support to fostering regional cooperation. The Speaker expressed confidence that interparliamentary cooperation would continue to strengthen in this area of continuous expansion of cooperation in politics, economy, culture, humanity, and people-to-people ties. Mr. Nurlanbek Shakiev expressed satisfaction with the establishment of the rules of the Commission on Cooperation between the State Great Hural of Mongolia and the Jogorko Kenesh of the Kyrgyz Republic during his visit. The Speaker noted that the rules would be a crucial catalyst for developing a permanent interparliamentary mechanism. The Speaker of the Jogorko Kenesh expressed commitment to fostering cooperation between the parliaments of Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan, including parliamentary friendship groups and the secretariats, increasing trade turnover, and taking all necessary measures to facilitate the import of goods such as meat products, leather, wool, and cashmere from Mongolia to Kyrgyzstan, and the export of fruits and vegetables from Kyrgyzstan to Mongolia. The reciprocal high-level visits have played a significant role in fostering relations between the two countries and strengthening people-to-people ties. The opening of the embassy of the Kyrgyz Republic in Mongolia in 2023 has had a significant impact on deepening bilateral relations. Intensifying bilateral relations and cooperation in tourism, particularly in air transport, restoring direct flights on the Ulaanbaatar-Bishkek route, and increasing the smooth flow of citizens are crucial for future Mongolia-Kyrgyzstan cooperation, highlighted Speaker Nurlanbek Shakiev. The official talks touched upon the opportunities to expand cooperation in trade, economy, investment, energy, road transport, environment, and tourism between the two countries, aiming at strengthening the traditionally friendly relations between Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan. Following the official talks, the two speakers of parliament attended the signing ceremony of cooperation documents. Chairman of the State Great Hural of Mongolia, Zandan Shattarkompchu, and Speaker of the Jogorku Kenesh of the Kyrgyz Republic, Nurlanbek Shakiev, signed the rules of the Commission on Cooperation between the State Great Hural of Mongolia and Jogorku Kenesh of the Kyrgyz Republic. By signing the rules, the two parties affirmed their commitment to elevating multilateral cooperation and relations in the future. Also, Director General of the Mongolian General Authority of Veterinary Services, Naruntoya Ayushchev, and Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Kyrgyz Republic to Mongolia, Aybek Artikbayev, exchanged international veterinary certificate for mutual acceptance of wool import conditions. During the visit, Speaker of the Jogorku Kenesh of the Kyrgyz Republic, Nurlanbek Shakiev, and the Kyrgyz delegation visited the Chinggis Khan National Museum of Mongolia on April 24, 2024, observing the photo exhibition, Relics of the Nomadic Civilization, and participating in the scientific conference exploring the historical connections between Chinggis Khan, his descendants, and the Kyrgyz people. Chairman of the State Great Hural of Mongolia, Zandan Shattarkompchu, said, Maintaining traditionally friendly relations, Mongolia has been expanding cultural cooperation and exchanging best practices with the Kyrgyz Republic. The cultural similarity between Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan lies in our shared nomadic culture. At the same time, a key area of historical, linguistic, and cultural ground common for the nomadic peoples of Central Asia is Altai studies. Especially for Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan, which have preserved the nomadic culture and lifestyle to this day, the two countries have an opportunity to establish their own association on the international stage. Therefore, we have to exchange scientists and researchers, hold joint academic conferences, and conduct joint research projects. Speaker of the Jogorku Kenesh of the Kyrgyz Republic, Nurlanbek Shakiev, noted, Nomadic civilization is not just an ancient history, but a living heritage passed down by our ancestors. Studying the relics of this civilization allows us to immerse ourselves into the world of ancient traditions, customs, and culture. Therefore, I propose organizing a series of collaborative activities in 2024 to 2025, including developing closer ties between our scientific communities, fostering joint study of our historical and cultural heritages, and facilitating exchanges of researchers. Prime Minister of Mongolia, Mr. Oyunir Denlov-Namstre, met with Speaker of the Jogorku Kenesh of the Kyrgyz Republic, Mr. Nurlanbek Shakiev, on April 24, 2024. Prime Minister Oyunir noted that the Mongolian government attached high significance to the first visit of the Speaker of Parliament of the Kyrgyz Republic to Mongolia and expressed confidence that this visit would significantly contribute to deepening traditionally friendly relations between the two countries and expand cooperation in all areas. The Prime Minister emphasized the significance of his first official visit to the Kyrgyz Republic in 2023, aimed at fostering friendly relations between Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan while enriching them with economic content. The Premier expressed satisfaction with the outcomes of the visit, which included expanded cooperation in trade, economy, education, and mining, particularly laying a foundation for bilateral cooperation in establishing gold refinery. At the meeting, the two sides underlined that the relations and cooperation between the two countries have accelerated and political dialogue and mutual trust have strengthened in recent years. The two sides affirmed their commitment to closely cooperating in implementing the decisions reached during the high and the highest level visits. Furthermore, They discussed possibilities for increasing trade turnover, expanding cooperation in tourism, education, agriculture and mining, and undertaking joint projects and programs in agriculture and light industry, the symbols of Mongolia-Kyrgyzstan relations. Speaker of the Jogor-Kokenesh of the Kyrgyz Republic, Mr. Nurlanbek Shakiyev, paid a courtesy call on President of Mongolia, His Excellency Mr. Khuril Sukhukhna, on April 25, 2024. President of Mongolia, Mr. Khuril Sukhukhna, expressed commitment to expanding and developing friendly relations and cooperation with Kyrgyzstan that has historical, spiritual, cultural, and traditional ties with Mongolia, enriching bilateral relations and cooperation with economic content, strengthening political dialogue, intensifying the exchange of citizens, and implementing major projects and programs to symbolize Mongolia-Kyrgyzstan relations. President Khuril Sukh commended the progress made on the decisions agreed upon by the two heads of state, including introducing Kyrgyz fruit and berry tree seedlings in Mongolia, in coordination with the 1 Billion Trees national campaign, and Kyrgyzstan's Zashil Muraz Green Heritage Initiative, and establishing a Mongolia-Kyrgyzstan Friendship Park in Erdnit City. Speaker of the Parliament of Kyrgyzstan, Mr. Nurlanbek Shakiyev, expressed eagerness to increase trade turnover and supply food and agricultural products from Kyrgyzstan to Mongolia. Mr. Nurlanbek Shakiyev also proposed initiatives to jointly organize cultural days and train Mongolian and Kyrgyz students in the two countries. The two sides concurred that as landlocked developing countries, Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan should exchange development experiences and deepen cooperation in tourism, agriculture, light industry, transportation, logistics, and mining.